Question everything, for the truth should not be televised. And that's for sure. So with that, what is anti-black propaganda? And how do it work? And what does it do to our people when it comes to how the political power over us can orchestrate propaganda against us? You know, when it comes to crime in America, I always say that the federal census of ethnic arrests states that we're not the ones getting arrested the most in America. And if that's the truth, because of the federal census of ethnic arrests actually states that we're not number one in getting arrested the most in America, then why are we mass incarcerated the most in America? And also, why are we demonized as the criminals of America? Do it got something to do with self-empowerment? Not wanting to see the Aboriginal Negro man or woman self-empowered in this country? Well, let's think about it. Because when you think about anti-black propaganda, the propaganda is based off of promoting us and demonizing us as the criminals of America. Even though we're not. The colonizers themselves commit way more crimes than us. But once again, the colonizers are also the ones who control the political outlet of who we are. And they also controls the media and the propaganda that is spilled from their media. They have the power on who they say is doing what and when and why, based off of them controlling the narrative of mainstream media. They own it, right? So when you look at us and you're all afraid when you see a black man or woman walking by, it's not the basis of us being criminals or committing crime. It's the basis of us being promoted as that based off of us not controlling the political outlook of who we are. It's just the reality. This is something Bill Cosby spoke on a long time ago on national TV through an interview when he stated, why is it that the colonizers don't speak on their crimes in abundance on what they do? You have to read about them. But the moment something happened in the black community, they plaster it all over their medias everywhere. So that way everybody can see it and have an opinion on what is going on in our community and how we carry ourselves. And it's not the opinion of the populace when it comes to middle class society of the black communities, because that wouldn't fly. It wouldn't sell as the criminals, because they know in the middle class area of the realities of our communities as Aboriginal Negroes, there are little to no crime. So what do? They go where they're depriving us of resources and economic growth, which is the ghetto slums and hoods that we was forced into. Don't never forget that. Based off of the different things that have been done to our communities off of the race riots throughout many, many years. And y'all all know, like Tulsa, Oklahoma for one, because it's been many. But at the end of the day, I digress. They know that keeping us with bare minimum resources in our community, that is going to cause you to have to still survive. And they know that if you survive in ways that they don't allow you or give you option to do so, then they can outlaw that and criminalize it so that way they can mass incarcerate you. And in mass incarcerating you based off of you doing survival work or economic crime based off of surviving in the sense of what you have to due to you not being able to get the job based off of you being hated the most in the country off of what the federal census of ethnic H crime says, that you are number one in the country to be aided. So with that stated, not only are you barred based off of the discrimination that they play, they're not using against you so that you can get careers, jobs, bank loans, and so on, they also play off of it in the sense that knowing that they only going to hire bare minimum of you, then market that you don't want to work, market that you don't want jobs, and then turn around and then demonize you as the criminal for trying to survive, because all folks need to survive. That dollar is what pays for your livelihood. And you need that in order to feed, house, clothe, and live your lives. And they know that. So they know if we don't hire you and we only hire bare minimum, and then we sell to the other nations that are in the country that you are the criminal, that you don't want to work, that you are lazy. Lazy, go figure. Those that work for years for free and never got paid, in the sense of what they call POWs, aka enslaved on your own land, now you are lazy. These are the words that they use, the trick bag propaganda words that they use in order to manipulate all the other minds of the nations that come here, so that way they can side against you, so they can continue to keep you at the bottom of the caste system that they have us under. This is just the reality. So in that, they capitalize off of you trying to survive, doing survival work, and then they mass incarcerate you. And then on top of that, they utilize the background check and the felony to stop you from being able to get the jobs that they already don't want to give you, get the housing that they already don't want to give you, get the bank loans that they already don't want to give you, and keep you with your back against the wall on survival mode, trying to feed yourself. And in that, knowing that you're not going to get involved in a system because they're barring you out in all different types of quiet as kept ways, they know that you may rescind and end up back in the clutches of what we call mass incarceration. And this is just a reality to it. But even now, you have a president coming in with more felonies than you can possibly imagine. And with him coming in, Trump, with the felonies that they say you have, are you going to now abolish the background check that bars Aboriginal Negro men from getting jobs, housing? Are you going to bar the background check that continuously keep the black man and woman out of being able to self-empower themselves through economic growth? Because it would be the right thing to do. How could you do a background check on anyone that may have a felony or any type of background into survival work, which you all call criminality, when the president himself got one of the most extinct background checks when it comes to having felonies? It would be unjust and unlawful to continue to push that narrative of a background check at any job or facility or housing when the actual president himself is now becoming the president with felonies. But this is the game we play. This is the game that we are under. And this is why our young men and our young adults and our adult males are not able to get involved in the system, because the propaganda that is built against them based off the political outlook and political power and political machine that the colonizers control over us continue to demonize us as if we are the real criminals of America. When all retrospect, those who took the land, took the people, took the resources, all by what we know today from history by force unlawfully, are the ones that truly controls the criminality and being criminals here in America, based off of them still owning and controlling what they have stolen. So when we look at our reality as Aboriginal Negro men and women, we know for sure that is the propaganda that is being spilt on mainstream media that is pushing our people into a narrative of lies that we are the criminals of America when our men and women are not. And this is something that we, as a people, must continue to push through. And with that, this is why we are struggling. Reparations is a must in order to change the narrative of the outlook of the wealth gap in America that's been stolen off the backs of our people. And with that, I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. But that is the question. You let me know. Peace, peace.